You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, let's talk about the WNBA again. I already made a video about the Phoenix Mercury. They had a playoff game. I believe it was actually a play-in game, if I'm not mistaken. They were actually kicked off their own home court because a concert was happening. Think of this, guys. The Phoenix Mercury were booted off their own home court. They had to go to Grand Canyon University. They didn't even change the logo on the court. It still said GSU on the basketball court. This is how little respect the WNBA gets. This is a league that loses, on average, $10 million per year. I believe this is the 26th year of the WNBA. They have never made a profit. The only reason why the WNBA is still going on right now is because they are subsidized by the NBA. Now, the NBA actually makes money. The WNBA does not. So if you took away the NBA from the WNBA would fold. It would be over. Think of this, guys. When a couple of WNBA teams actually sold to new owners, it was the NBA Board of Governors, in other words, the NBA owners. They had to approve of it, not the owners of the WNBA teams. However, guys, let's move back to the WNBA playoffs, which nobody knows is even going on. Because for the second time, guys, the second time in as many days, the Phoenix Mercury are getting kicked off their own home court yet again. Not for a concert, but for Disney on Ice. This is hilarious, guys. I never thought I would be making a second video on this, but this is happening, guys. Over here on Yahoo, a WNBA team is getting booted from its home arena for another playoff game because Disney on Ice is in town. How the mighty have fallen. Well, actually, the WNBA, it never rose. The WNBA is a disaster. A disaster. Let's go ahead. Let's read this article here, guys. For the second time in as many weeks, the Phoenix Mercury will be displaced and without its home court advantage while hosting a high-stakes playoff game. The WNBA squad will play Game 3 of its semifinal series with the second-seeded Las Vegas Aces at Desert Financial Arena, Arizona State University's gym, on Sunday because its usual home at the Footprint Center is scheduled to host Disney on Ice. No, that's not a joke. Well, man, this seems like pure comedy to me that the Phoenix Mercury, this is happening to them yet again. Disney on Ice. There's more people that are interested in Disney on Ice than the WNBA. You want to know why? Because Disney on Ice is going to be more profitable than the WNBA. This is absolutely hilarious. Last week, the Mercury were booted from the Footprint Center to make way for a concert when they were meant to enjoy home court advantage in a single elimination game against New York Liberty. Phoenix's notorious fan section, dubbed the X Factor, still came out in full force to support the Mercury, but their 7,000-seat replacement venue at a local college surely couldn't meet the demand for the game, and that's the Grand Canyon State University. What's more, if the best of 5 Phoenix Las Vegas series heads to a fourth game, the Mercury could play a third postseason matchup away from their home court. Really? With the NBA's Phoenix Suns scheduled to face the Los Angeles Lakers in a preseason matchup at the Footprint Center that same day, as the Nets' Alex Simon reports, it remains unclear whether Mercury and Aces would play their potential decisive matchup. So if it goes to a final game, the Phoenix Suns will get priority over the Phoenix Mercury. Not for a regular season NBA game, but for a preseason game, folks. This You cannot make this up, guys. You cannot make this up. This is actually happening. So they can probably go this whole series and not play, any games on their home court? Wow. Phoenix, who on Sunday upset the reigning champion Seattle Storm on the road, is more than deserving of playing in familiar territory during purported home games. The Mercury have three of the best players in the world in Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, and Skylar Diggins-Smith on their side, and yet the team has been treated as an afterthought in its biggest moments. It's still because no matter how many great players they have, and we know Diana Taurasi is all-time great. She may be the greatest college women's basketball player of all time. Still, the WNBA doesn't make any money. They don't make any money. Why do you think many of these female basketball players in WNBA, they go overseas? Think of this, guys. A top-tier WNBA player makes something like, $100,000 a year playing in WNBA? Whereas if they go overseas, they can make like $2 million in a season. That's how much of a dumpster fire the WNBA is. It goes on here, though. Perhaps Disney on Ice can take his talent to Desert Financial Arena on Sunday instead of Phoenix's team and fan base packing up and leaving. Or maybe should Game 4 of the Mercury series against Las Vegas come to fruition, the Suns can go play LeBron James and the Lakers in a college gym so the WNBA playoff game gets the stage it deserves. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen, folks. NBA teams, they're not going to go to a college gym and let the WNBA play there. It's not going to happen. It says, can you imagine fat chance, but women's sports enthusiasts can dream of a day when their franchises are treated with as much reverence as Disney on Ice or meaningless NBA preseason games. However, guys, the thing is, though, the people that actually watch the WNBA mostly is mostly men still. The problem is women don't even support the WNBA. They just don't. And now the Phoenix Mercury, for the second time in this series, they're going to have to play a home game away. I know in the general vicinity, but still, they're getting kicked off for Disney on Ice. And if it goes to a final game, they're going to be kicked out again for the NBA. This is hilarious. I shouldn't be laughing, but man, I just didn't think I would make another video on this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.